Well, I think I left that loose. We're going to take the tank off. Oh, that one stays in there. Oh, you think you leave things loose, but you don't. Well, maybe you do. Temperature's changed. Yeah, fuel. Now I've lost half my tools. They should be right here. It's an 8. 10. The only reason I'm pulling this airbox off is I've got these wires here and I've got a new switch. So you undo this one, this one at the front. And then you pull it all out. I'll spare you the boredom. Anywho, in here, that's me. Oh wow, real temporary fan wiring, which I've got to pull out because I got the new switch. And that's the switch at the other end, which I believe might be wrong. Might be right, might be wrong. Don't know. I might have to make an adapter. Yeah. But that's okay. No biggie. I'll modify the switch, not the bike. I can even use that plug off the old switch, I suppose. Just press the pins out. Yeah, that's what I'll do. So first thing, that's the original one at the bike. I've got to make the wiring longer. Secondly, I didn't think I was going to get it out. I was worried about breaking this off, but I did manage to get it. Thirdly, if you're working on one of these and you need this switch, I didn't order this for this bike. This one here I ordered for a 84 model Series 2 Bluebird 910 Bluebird TRX, or well, any Series 2 910 Bluebird, because I knew it would fit, because I pinched one of these out of a radiator for a bike and put it in my car, because it's obviously one of the cars that I've ran over the years. So yeah, that's what you can order it for, and I reckon all the bikes are the same thread, O-ringed, same length. So yeah, just different lengths in the wire. I've got to make some wire for it. Well, I got the new thermostat in and I got the airbox back on. I cheated because that often gets in my way, so I just cheated. And I pulled the other side cover off. And I cheated here. Made an adapter. It'll do for now. For now, well, it'll be permanent. So I never cut this new wiring. I just put a couple of terminals in and cut the old wiring and used the old plug because that wire wasn't long enough. So, and this runs through here nicely. I personally don't like it how it's that tight through there, but I mean that's the way it's always been. So anywho, that's the way it's gonna stay. And it's got a nice little belt around there, one around there, which I think I had turned better. But yeah, first mistake people make is they lose this little bit. this little crush. And when I say people, I mean lots of people. So what that does is allows you to do this right up, and it still gives the tank some wiggle, so that this is not stressed. Because you break that out the tank and obviously your tank will leak. And you know, like the bigger bikes have one at each end of the tank. This has got, I don't know whether you've seen in the last little section of the video. See if we can see under there. You can just see that rubber thing. So it's got like a half circle that holds it and allows the tank to do that. Both sides. So yeah, there's no load on the tank. That's why you can drop a bike normally and not break too much, because the tank's got a little bit of flex in it, and yeah. So there's that. Don't lose them. And they're a pain in the ass to make again. Well, you know, it's alright if you've got a lathe. But yeah. So yeah. Just got to do everything back up, put my fuel tap back on. This one's your vacuum, and that's a vacuum port there that opens up a little diaphragm to keep the fuel running, so that automatically turns the fuel off when the engine's off, because there's a spring and a diaphragm and it covers the hole, so the fuel comes in and the hole to the outlet is blocked, so that opens the hole to the outlet, or somehow like that. Without going into too much detail, yeah, I think that just opens the port to this outlet here. So yeah, when you do your test, they'll say, oh, make sure you turn the fuel off because the bike could flood. Well, it could if it hasn't got a tap like this, because a lot of them, especially a lot of ag bikes and stuff, they don't. It's just an on and off tap. Yeah, but this one's vacuum assisted, so there's a diaphragm in here and a spring, and when that's not pulling vacuum, it's not holding the diaphragm open. If it's not holding the diaphragm open, it's not flowing fuel. So there's that in a nutshell. So yeah, it's dead cold, and that's the bike starters right off. Just put a little bit of water in it. And we'll see what everything does. Hopefully the switch works. And hopefully I got enough fuel to get it hot enough. Because foolishly I put all the fuel in my ute yesterday. I was going to keep a bit of fuel in the jerry can for this, because there is bugger all in that tank. So hopefully I can get it hot enough, make sure the fan switch works, and see where it comes on, and make sure I got the system primed with water. I'll have to change it at some point. I've had enough water out of it now that probably needs more coolant put in. So, but looking at that other switch that came out, it was a little bit rusty in there, so it wouldn't hurt to drop it once it's all stirred up. So take it for a ride around the yard, give it some beans once it's all hot. Yeah, and I got a back tyre for it. That's a story amongst itself. I've actually had it for a while now, since not long after we moved in. It's off of a KTM EXC. So yeah, it belongs to a mate of mine, or belonged. I think I'm running out of fuel, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know. Who knows, maybe I've still got some synchronising problems too. Well, actually, there's probably not enough fuel in there to fill up this carby properly on this side. Because all the runtime I've done, it's been perfectly level. Yeah, I wonder. I might give up. Doodly doodly. So here's a tyre that I've got for it. So it's a 2080 18. Same as the size of that. This is off of a 250 EXC KTM. A friend of mine put knobblies on it. And I picked these up because he had the bike from where he left them. So I put these home with me ute. I've got his front tyre here still as well. Anyway, he's like, oh, I better come and pick up my tyres. Anyway, I said to him, anything, this is a tube type, so I might have to get a tube, we'll see. So I said to him, what do you mean tyres? He goes, yeah, my tyres for my bike. And I'm like, no, your tyre, your front tyre. He's like, what's that mean? I said, well, you're going to keep putting knobblies on your bike, aren't you? He's like, yeah. I'm like, good. I'll pinch this rear tyre off you. It's the same as my 250. This is long before I decided to get the bike running, mind you. So anyway, he goes, oh, yeah, all right. I don't care. I'm never going to use it. So yeah, I'll put that on instead. That way I keep one nice clean rim. Unfortunately, well, looking at that bead, I don't know. I might have to get a tube for it. I don't think you can run them tubeless at all. It's a bit of a pity. It would be nice if I could, because that's what I'm running. Anywho, the bike's running out of fuel, but we're going to give it a go in a minute. Nah, we're boned. Full by starters, running on one cylinder. Not enough fuel in there to do anything. No. Obviously not. What a pity. Well, that was a right class stuff up. I put all my fuel in the ute. I was going to keep a couple of litres just for this, just for running. Oh well, might as well put it out of its misery. Oh wait, that's on, not on reserve. Let's see whether that makes a difference. Made a bit of a difference. We got both cylinders back. How could I be so silly? Quite easily. The front is on its own now. I wonder whether I can put it back on the side stand. Well, I can. This would allow me to get more water in it. Or make sure it's got water in it. Which it appears it's got none. Well, maybe it had more than I thought. Anywho, I'll come back later. Well, funny that, I've just stuck it on the side center stand. The thermo fan comes on about halfway, according to the gauge. I think I got all the air out, hence the reason why I laid it back over and put the cap on. And from here it should expand and go into the reserve tank on the side and do it all the rest by itself. That little fan, it's still going. Obviously it thinks there's a lot of hot water in there. And it is, it's fairly hot, it's an 80-degree thermostat. I'm just hoping that that fan is probably a 90-degree fan switch. I hope. And I don't appear to have any leaks. Yeah, that's your reserve bottle. which is full at the moment. So hopefully that sorts itself out, which I think it will. Recover a heap of that fluid out of there. So yeah, oh look at that, it stopped. How long before it comes back on? Kind of makes me think I've still got one carby working a bit harder than the other. Well, that's no fun. Temperature gauge is about halfway. And that's as hot as fire. And it's hot, but it's not that hot. So I don't know if I explained this in the other video, but the outlet for the radiator runs in this part of the frame, and then that's the inlet for the water pump down there, and then behind this cover here it's got a small piece of pipe and then like a small piece of hose, and then that goes to the inlet, and then from in there it works. It's voodoo magic. Comes out of two pipes either side into the back of this housing and then out. I think you can just see it there. That's it there. Into the top. Ooh. Oh, the fan's back on again. Oh, that's about where the fan comes back on. But that's okay. I'm happy. Now, I did manage to wedge that little battery up there in there last time and ride it around the yard, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave it for now. As much as I want to ride it, I'm going to leave it for now and buy a battery for it. So yeah, just thought I'd loosely sit everything there. We can see what it looks like. So that's what it looks like. And apparently you can still buy all these decal sets. I don't know whether this one's ever been... No, this is a different tank, so I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. But yeah, it comes around here, looks all pretty. But yeah, I fixed that up. That's been cracked as long as I can remember. It cracks up to there. That's just araldite, but see that gets covered with that there, so yeah, you can see it's been dropped. It's been repaired. But yeah, that's what one looks like. They make a grey, that looks nice. They make a grey one with a different coloured couple of stripes, a grey and white stripe, a grey and black stripe, and a nice grey and blue stripe. This is blue, and this is grey with a darker, with a metallic grey flecky tank. I don't know. I think they do a white one as well. It looks really good. I've lost my chair. There's a model that's got a bit more of a fairing that just cuts in from here down to here and fills this area in a bit. And then there's the F2 that's got, I think the F2's got a different tank. And it's got all the fairing down, comes down like this and around here somewhere. And then there's the Spader, which you lose the fairing, you get a square tubular frame, you run this engine only, it's silver. Most of them are silver, I think they do have a few black ones. You fit it with a round headlight, and I think the Spader engine might be a little bit different in the sense that they've done the oil tolerances in the crank different so that you don't kill them so easy when they're cold by revving them up. Not that you should bloody rev anything up when it's cold anyway, like screaming the piss out of it. And I'm not sure whether they've got right angle cam drives instead, or whether they got chain in them still. But I know that the 750s and the 1000s, when they went to VFRs, they changed to a right angle cam drive system instead of having chains. But anyway, it's a whole different bike. It's the same but different. The 4-cylinder is the same but different. But yeah, if that makes any sense. Anywho, that's what one looks like. Silly me. That's a 120. It's a 110. I might see if it'll fit. We'll see. You know it's going to go close. It'll fit. I guess it only needs the air room. And it doesn't have to go that far up anyway, that's the narrowest point. But it'll fit. Just. Oh. It'll do. Struck a bit of luck. That one had a tube in it. So it don't matter that I got a tubed wheel. And I'm pooped. I'm dripping with sweat. That was a nightmare. I've never worked so hard in my life. No, I have, but that was ridiculous. Anywho, it fits. So we've got an all-terrain tyre on the back of the VT now. I had a hell of a time getting that other tyre off, because I got nothing to break the bead. Gah. Never again. Next time I'm going over old man's. It fits. It's a 120. It's a little bit wider. But I figure the chain's only going to get looser in its age and going to have to be tightened, I think, soon anyway. So we're going to come into more room back here. So it is good. Same on the other side. It is good. I mean, I can fit my fingers in there, so that's a bonus. And yeah. And we struck it lucky because, like I said before, this one had a tube in it. And yeah, which meant the tyre that was on there probably leaked in the bead. It looked damaged on the bead, and I don't think that we did the damage. It was probably a second-hand tyre. We probably got it and it kept going flat, and so old man probably put a tube in it before I started riding it around. Because this tyre was on it before I started riding around on it. So, well, that tyre. So there's that, in short, in a nutshell. I didn't check to see if it was balanced. It probably won't be. Never mind. Doesn't go fast enough. Well, it will, but this is a nanny state in this country, so you can't go fast, you can't pull skids, you can't do monos, you can't do anything fun, you can't fart whilst you drive, you can't pick your nose whilst you drive. All of it incurs revenue and demerit points. So, yeah. It is what it'll be. This whole country is stuffed. We have the slowest speed limit in the frickin' world. 100 kilometres an hour. 110 on highways. Whoop-dee-doo. Anyhow. And here we got 40 in the shade at home. It's hot.